Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown, back at my table with some more cider to try, and it's another Spanish cider from the same producer in the last film. In fact, here's the bottle with a cool cork, brilliant cork. We love this thing. Cider from Kupela. And I was saying that I couldn't find much about them. I felt like they were a modern company buying traditional cider and then rebranding it to try and sell it to a younger market. That was quite traditional, the Salgador, which is the name for traditional Basque cider. The next one we have is a 330ml bottle. It's much smaller, by Kupela as well. But this is, it says Cider demi-sec. Slightly confusing. But then I think it's a semi-dry cider in English. Above that, I assume that phrase, which I'm not going to try and pronounce, is Basque, which is like the European equivalent of Welsh, where it's really hard to figure out how to pronounce anything unless you're a native speaker. Handcrafted in the Basque Country. Anything else? But it's 4%. This is sparkling and it's demi-sec, so very non-traditional in that regard. Very non-traditional. So I wonder who's making this for them. Because whoever it is, they're doing outside of what the normal traditional cider production. Although there must be people making non-traditional cider in Asturias and Basque. So let's open it, pour it out. So no need for this cool cork, unfortunately. That was a very tiny hiss. It doesn't sound like it's too fizzy. No. Let's pour it into this glass. So on their website, it said this was like a homage to the micro cideries of America. So it's like it's trying to make an American style, whatever that means. I lived in America for several years, which is where I got into cider, and the cider scene there was very young. It was just kicking off. It's probably 9 years since I moved back to the UK. It was just kicking off, but the styles were all over the place. But the interesting thing about American cider is that was their original drink. It wasn't beer, it was cider. That's what the Puritans took over with them. It was cider making. That was what they drank. It wasn't until Germans started to emigrate there that beer took over. So the longest time, cider was the drink of America. People forget that. So look at this, totally different beast. The last one. Oops. I mean, that is bright as can be. That is filtered. So this looks more commercial. I assume it's forced carbonated. I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing it's forced carbonated. I don't think they'll be keeving. They are making this. They must be making it in the Basque region. They couldn't say it otherwise on the label, I suspect. But yeah, this looks like a much more commercial cider. This looks more like the Thatchers that we tried the other day. The Westerns that we tried the other day. Filtered, bright, fizzy, more commercial. This is 4% though. Let's have a sniff. The nose is, compared to this in the last video, the nose on this is almost entirely negligible. It's very subtle. I'm getting something, but what is it? I feel it's more like a very delicate honeydew melon aromatic rather than an apple aromatic. Yeah, hints of apple, but there's something that makes you think of honeydew melon as well. Okay, let's try it. Forced carbonated, obviously, not too aggressively, but texturally it's a bit different. Light on the palate, back sweetened. I'm going to say it feels back sweetened. There's minerality. Yeah, this is, if they're trying to get young people to drink cider with this, then basically it's like, this tastes like a very commercial cider. Yeah, which in a way is what makes life difficult for this, because this is what people expect. So when they get that, they're like, what the heck is that? I don't like it, because it's not what they expected, despite the fact this absolutely kicks this ass. It absolutely mullers it. I mean, there's no comparison at all. Maybe there are some slightly unusual aromatics and a good one on the nose, very subtle, that mark it out as a little bit different, but this to me is kind of, it's fine, it's all right. Hot day, yeah, I'd drink that. 4%, not too strong as well, but very blah, very blah. I mean, this is designed to be eaten at the table with amazing rich foodstuffs, etc. This, I wouldn't pair it with anything really. It's just be consumed by itself, because anything else would either smother it or it might taint the other thing you're having with it. It's by no means terrible. It's just, I mean, it's just, you know, there's just no comparison. And yeah, I'm disappointed in this, because I thought this was cool, and I thought this Cork was really cool. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. If you want something to drink on a hot day, it's fine. It doesn't even have that keeved element. It's got about the same sort of sweetness you get from like a regular keeved cider, about 4.5%, but it doesn't have the tartan character. It's got a very basic sugar character, which is kind of uninspiring. So if you're going to get something from these guys, from Kupela, don't get this unless you're really desperate for a drink. Do get this, because this is interesting. This is interesting, and I like it very much indeed. There you go. Wow, two very different ciders from the same producer. Okay guys, thank you for joining me back at this dining room table. I hope you join me again, but until that time, cheers.